I I can't believe it. War? Again? Yeah, that's what Raven told me. Hey Raven, explain yourself. Why do I need to explain myself, Brendon? I literally just told you exactly what's happening. We're going to war and there's nothing that we can do. Raven, this is all your fault. What did you say to me? Brendon, no! No, this is his fault. I'm sorry. Do you know exactly who I am? How is this my fault? Well, if you weren't such a dumb kid that made mistakes back then, you would have never picked up that fragment and you would have never unlocked the Dark Essence. Therefore, X would have never been with you, and if it wasn't for Diana and possessing Drizzy, she would have never killed you, and it wouldn't have been unleashed. I'm sorry. Do you not know who I am? Raven, put the sword down now. You're lucky she's here, because if she wasn't, you wouldn't be here. Do you even understand what you just said? None of that is my fault. I saw the fragment, yes. I picked it up, yes. But just imagine if I didn't pick it up. Someone else who couldn't control it would have unleashed it along this world a long time ago. I had to do exactly what I do to try to protect us. So picking up random things that you have no clue how to control and without knowing its power or essence is a good thing. Right, okay. But think about it this way, Brendon. What would have happened if I didn't pick it up? What if a little kid picked it up? What if an animal picked it up? There were so many ways that could have affected us in the future. But I'm the one that picked it up because, look, I've been controlling that thing for 3 years without it out of my control. Now, the only reason why it got out in the first place was because Diana used Drizzy Shadow Knight's side to possess him to kill me. If she would have never killed me, it would have still been within me. I was able to control that thing for so long. But at the same time, Raven, you didn't. Because you allowed it to almost kill Alina. That wasn't me, that was Drizzy. Drizzy, or should I say Xavier, was the one that almost killed Alina. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You just want a reason to blame somebody. And matter of fact, I don't want to hear you say anything because you haven't done anything with your life ever since then. Where have you been all these years anyways? Exactly, you have nothing to say. Actually, I do. Raven, I'm a merchant. I travel across the world, globes. I travel to different villages, kingdoms. I'm doing everything I can to make sure that this village stays intact. Well, you can't stop everything from staying intact, Brendon. Just look at our world. Look at the age that we're in. Even though you try to bulletproof this village, it's still gonna get tore down. Raven? I thought you said, Alicia, grow up. Not everything stays pretty forever. This village will go down just like Arbor Valley did. And if it doesn't, we'll be in that. That would be a miracle. But things don't last forever. Life doesn't last forever. This village won't last forever. We won't last forever. It's inevitable. It's something that we can't avoid, and it's gonna happen. So enjoy it while it lasts. But Brendon, before I walk away from the situation because I'm much more growner than you are, excuse me? Let me tell you something. I've worked too hard just to get where I am. I had to grind for everything I ever got in life. I never just had anything handed to me. My dad faked his death when I was at a young age, and that affected me. I was really close to my dad than I was my mother. I ran away from home, found a village, lived a normal life until disaster struck. I got separated between my people. I was lost again. Woke up in the forest, built a house in the wilderness. My memory goes blank from there. Then, there I was. I woke up in that jungle forest, in your village. I didn't know who I was. I couldn't reclaim anything of my past. I'm still having trouble recollecting thoughts from my past, but hey, I didn't let that stop me. I picked up that fragment because I knew if I didn't, someone else would have got a hold of it. But that doesn't mean that it's my fault that the reason we're going to war. Then whose fault is it if it's not yours? It's no one's fault. Huh? Brendon, he has a mind of his own. He's not just some lost, corrupted spirit. He can make his own choices. It was his choice. It was his choice to leave me. It was his choice to separate our connection. He wanted to be free, and so did I. If he didn't want to be free, even if I died and when Gabriel resurrected me, he could have still been with me, but he chose to break away from my soul. He chose to find another body. And he did. Even though we are no longer connected, I can still feel the darkness in the air. And I know it's not the Nether. It's not my father because he's gone. And I know it's not Derek, Xavier, or who else is evil in our life. I know it's him. Raven, I'm sorry. It's just, I wanted to say it was your fault because when I was out, a little girl had been killed. When the team was investigating her body, a dark presence was within it. I thought it was all your fault because I thought you couldn't control such a thing. Brendon, you can't just blame me like that. Because if I wanted to, I really would kill you. But because I know how to control myself, I won't. Just keep pushing forward. Because I keep pushing forward, he's more growner than me. Raven is a kid. I don't care what no one says. What are you looking at? Okay, first of all, Brendon, as Lord, you better leave Raven alone. Because I don't like the way that you're talking to him. Okay, why should I listen to you exactly? Why should you, excuse me? Brendon, who are you talking to exactly? That is my daughter, don't you know? No, Mom, I got this. Brendon, if it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for Raven, if it wasn't for Dad, you and that village would have died that day. And I specifically remember, you were a wreck. When Elena died, you were a wreck. A worthless, pitiful man who wasn't even capable of breathing. You leave Raven alone. Because he won't be the one that's killing you. I will. Alicia? Oh, Alicia. I see that your Shadow Knight side is starting to show. Her father did always say she would be a wonderful Shadow Knight. Run, run now, little Raven. Whatever you do, you can't run from this war. That Drizzy separated us. But don't worry. I'm going to fix all of this. In the meanwhile, I just need to find a way to fit in. That way I don't get caught. Oh. Oh. I got it. Oh, Raven. I thought I'd come pay a little visit. After all, I am one of your companions.